Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. So, I'm going to do a ring pour because I haven't actually done a ring pour in a while now. So I thought, why not? So I have mixed up my paints. I have chosen to do phthalo or mont paints in phthalo blue and cerulean blue and turquoise. So that's the three blues there. Phthalo blue, cerulean blue, turquoise. Then I am going to add black and white as well. So these are all mixed with floetrol tonight. Sometimes I do ring pours in glue, some with the glue mixture, sometimes I do them in floetrol. And it's Australian floetrol. So my measurements are, the three blues are 25 grams paint and 50 grams floetrol. So there's 75 grams in each cup. The black and the white are 15 grams paint, 30 grams floetrol. I always add less of the black. Well, I made the black and the white even, but I always add less of the black, otherwise it takes over too much. So different brands react differently, but I find with this marte, if I use too much black, I lose a lot of my colours. So I couldn't find my paper cup. I think I might have ran out, so I have to go get more. So I've got this cup which I've slowly bent to make a bit more of a spout. So I've done that before I put my paint in. Now, with the bottom layer, you use small amounts at first and then you increase the amount that you put into the cup. Because virtually at the beginning, the last bit that comes out the cup is only going to be a small area. When you get to the outer edge, there's a big ring. So you need a lot more paint to kind of give you that shape. So don't use too much at the beginning, otherwise you get a big patch of the base colour and then you lose a lot of the other defining colours. So you go small amounts at the bottom and increase it as you go. I hope that makes sense. So I think we will go, I would like the dark colour at the bottom. So we're just going to put a small amount in. And then I'm going to go white. So the darkest colour, I will put the white next to. Then we go the cerulean blue, which is the medium one. And then we put the black. So the white is in between the darkest blue and the medium blue. And the white is between the medium blue and the lightest blue, which will be the turquoise. So that way there you will get darker tones in the lighter colours and lighter tones in the darker colours. And because you got the turquoise and then you go back to the phthalo blue, you've got a dark colour and a light colour next to each other anyway, so that's okay. And then you just do another layer using slightly more paint. And remember, the black and the white have got less paint in the cup, so you use smaller amounts when you do your layers. Alrighty, now we're up to the third layer. So you use more of your colour. So white's being a typical white and is sinking a little bit because it's heavy. White has a tendency to do that. think most opaque colours actually have a tendency to do that, to sink a little bit. And now we will go the last of what we've got left. So I'm pouring most of it. And then just scrape the rest in. Yeah, because I was trying to think what pour hadn't I done in a little while, and I thought, you know what, I haven't done a ring pour for a little while. I do like ring pours, I just haven't done one lately. Yeah, the white is sinking a bit. Would have preferred it if it hadn't. So what I did is I made these paints up about 45 minutes ago, but I did forget to check to see whether any had thickened up. And I think the white has. Some colours have a tendency to thicken up a little bit after you've mixed them. And I should have checked that before I started pouring, but I forgot to. And then the last, the black. So because it's a ring pour, you want it a little bit thick, but you don't want it overly thick either. You just don't want it thin. You kind of need your lines to stay in place a little bit. Okay. Now, before I start, I'm going to get gloves on, just in case I have to tilt pretty soon after. Alrighty. So this is going to be a ring pour, so I got to do rings. I'm going to try not, I sometimes go a little bit too quick. I'm going to try and take it a little bit more slower so it's a little bit more defined. And try to get the middle of the canvas. And take it steady. And I'm trying to do it so it doesn't wobble as it comes out. So can you tell what I mean by the black can be too dominant? It looks like it's going to be in this one as well, which is a shame because I don't always want the black to be so dominant. Sometimes I like black to be in my paintings quite strongly, but this one I wanted a lot more blue. I will get more blue once I start tilting and stretching the colours out. But I would have preferred if there was less black on the canvas right now. Okay, catch that drop if it's going to drop. But yeah, see, I'm a little bit disappointed about how much black there is. It will disappear as I stretch it, but black is a troublesome colour for me. I have a kind of love-hate relationship with it. So I'm just spinning it around in a circle for the moment. As you can see, the blues are starting to come out more now. So as my center is quite close to that top corner, I'm not going to go over that corner first. I'm going to keep spinning it around and I'm going to go over this bottom corner. Oops, sorry, I'm off camera. Over and come back a bit. And then I'm going to spin it around in a circle motion until I reach this corner. Over and then come back. Now I am going to stop for a second. I have something in the paint. It's like a thick blob. It was messing up my lines. Let's hope I got it. Yep, it looks like I did. So now I'm going to keep going around in a circular motion until I can reach this bottom corner. Over and come back. I just have to bring that center part a little bit more down into the middle. Sorry if I've got it off camera. And now I'm going to go this way. The paint's mostly over here. So I'm going to spin it in this slightly opposite rotating angle. And we are over. Whoops, slippery canvas. Alright, that corner's covered. That corner has a tiny little dot at the bottom and a tiny little dot at the bottom. I use my fingers, which has got paint on it, but try to use the same colour finger if you can. Now I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Maybe a little bit more. And I'd say just a little bit more. too far. Okay. I don't have a lot of room to move because there's not a lot of paint left. So I'm going to scrape my fingers and get my gloves off. That naughty black. I like it, but I was going for something lighter, not so dark, and I wasn't really going for a space look. I was going more for a, I wanted kind of a proper rings, but the black has kind of pushed the colours out of each other. So you've got them here. I still like it, but it just wasn't what I was planning for. Because I've got the rings here, but the black has kind of pushed the paint away. So this line hasn't become a solid circle. I was going for a normal typical tree ring, which you've got a normal ring that goes all the way around. I've got it here, and I've got parts of it here. But this black has been naughty, and it's just really funny compared to, I got 45 grams of paint in the black. The whole canvas has 315 grams of paint. So out of 315 grams, I've only got 45, which is black. And it has done a whole lot of, I shouldn't really use the word damage, but it's kind of made a bit of damage to the other colours to the point where I haven't got the desired effect that I was planning for. I still think this looks alright. It's still attractive. It's just not what I had planned for. And I think that's what sometimes you also got to realise, that I know people that scrape canvases because they go, that wasn't what I wanted. It doesn't always go that way. And it doesn't always mean that it's an ugly pour. It just may not have been what your heart had desired on achieving. So, scraping my edges and getting paint all over me as I do that. I think I might go again because there was a bit of paint scraping off then. Yeah, still getting a bit more. And this is where you make sure that all your edges are completely covered from top to bottom. You don't want to... I've got a canvas that I really, really love. And it wasn't until it dried and I turned and I looked at it from the side, and there's one little patch, like tiniest little patch that doesn't have colour. Actually, it's right behind me. This pour, absolutely love it. And look, I missed that one little spot, and I didn't even know it until after it had dried and I was turning it around and looking at it. But yeah, so just always keep little things like that in mind. I can touch that up and put some paint there to get the desired effect. So this is looking okay. I think I'm just going to have to go again and maybe not use any black, or even just use the most tiniest amount of black. And when I say tiniest amount, I mean maybe even a third of what I already used. Because what I wanted was a whole painting that looks like this blue area here. But we will just have to wait and see. It's late and I have work very early in the morning, so I won't be doing another one tonight. I'll just give myself a day and maybe attempt it tomorrow or another day. I'm not always so fussed that I have to do everything straight away there and then. This is my relaxed time after work. Do a painting. Sometimes I'll do it after dinner. I've had dinner, sit back, do a painting, get myself tired, and then go to sleep and start my day again tomorrow. But this was fun. That was what I wanted to achieve, was to have fun. And I hope everyone else does as well. Because you know what? If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. Honestly. If it comes to a lot of things. But in painting, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. So, enjoy what you do. So, I think we will come down and have a close-up. Alrighty. So, there we go. This is the blue ring pour. Didn't turn out exactly as rings as I'd planned, but as we say, do it again another day. Have fun then. So I'm going to bring you down and look at my favourite part. If the camera can focus. There we go. I love these kind of dark blue and light blue parts that are all on this one part. See how the black kind of just pushed these colours, it kind of bullied the colours around a little bit. Some colours are bullies. So I may try this with the glue mixture next time instead of floetrol and see if that actually keeps it together a little bit more. But this bottom corner's cool. This line that runs up through here is awesome. That's exactly what I wanted to achieve. There's lots in this that is quite attractive. I had a plan, and sometimes when your plan doesn't go to plan, you get a bit disappointed, but I can't get the camera to focus properly. There we go. So I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed it. So like normal, comment, share, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. So have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow for another painting. All right, bye.